right, cello, let's do your bit now. Here are your notes. So, the first thing that we're going to encounter here is a little bit of shifting that we need to do to get all of the flats that are prescribed. Remember, we've got B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So here's B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. All right, all of those need to be accommodated. And notice how when I did A flat and D flat, I was shifted up just a half step from where I normally am. So right here's the G. G sharp is the same thing as A flat. There be sharks in the water. Okay, let's talk about the rhythm first. Here's 81. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and whoops. Sorry, let's do that again. Here's the rhythm for 81. Pick up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and moving on. Here's measure 89. You got that. You got whole notes. You've got quarter notes. So I'm not going to spend any time on that. But you see there at measure 95, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? There's all of your rhythms that we need to talk about. Okay, now back to the notes. Here's pick up to 81. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Here's a shift. Then back. And forward again. A lot of shifting here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm going to skip forward to the stuff that you probably know at 89 and skip forward to 95. Here's another part where you have to shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So right here, when you go from F, 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 A flat to D flat. Now this isn't fourth finger. This would be third finger. So you can play this one of two ways. 2, 2, 2, extension 4, then back to 3. Or you could make it a lot easier on yourself and start with the F on your first finger. Remember? And you can reach everything in a closed position with 1, 4, 2. 1, 1, 1, 4, 2. 1, 1, 1, 4, 2. That's how I would do that. And it kind of sounds like Tortuga, doesn't it? All right, on to the next part. All right, so for the bass, let's talk about a lot of the troubles that your part is showing for you. I wish I had previewed this a little bit better, but sorry. I'm going to show it to you now, though. There's an alternative to the notes you're going to play. And the reason, again, why we're changing your part is because what they gave you gives you a lot of E flats, which you can't do because your lowest pitch is E. You can't go lower than that. So we're going to move everything up pretty much an octave. Okay, so when you have that F, you're going to be up here. When you have that D flat, it's going to be right here. When you have that E flat, and then B flat, and then that F, by the way, I wouldn't switch positions, I would just stay right here. Then E flat, then there's that B flat. Now, if you listen to the cello part, you would know what that rhythm is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning of measure 94. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? That's how you play that right there, just first finger right across the street neighbor. And then, of course, you have that D, but it's not D natural, it's D flat. Again, might as well just do it an octave higher, right? Okay? Alright. Don't forget, everyone, when we have that last note, that it's a strong accent. Nice and strong. As best as you can. Alright, let's move on to another part. Alright, violas, our bit for you today has a bit of the melody, but first I wanted to address, as with everyone, how we're going to be playing this A-flat major scale. So A-flat major, as you know, starts with A-flat, but it's going to be like A right here, move it everything back a half step, and play in pattern 3. Here's A, B-flat, C, D-flat, next thing over, E, flat, F, G, A flat, and then you go on to the next string. You stay in half position, but now pattern 1. And then for you violins, you can go on to the E string, but for violas, you can shift up here. Hopefully that's clear as mud. Anyway, we're not going to need to go up here, just so that you know that's where the A-flat scale is. Okay, so as I was practicing this, I noticed, like 81, oh, it looks easy, but we need to make sure that we're playing the right notes, right? So here's the first note at 81. It's a C, and then an A-flat on the next measure, and then a B-flat. Hey, you can kind of hear the melody there. Da 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 ba da bum. Right? That's what the cellos are doing right there. And then you have the melody in the very next measure. Okay? First though, let's talk about rhythm. At 84, hopefully this sounds like the part that you know from the song, but let's do it anyway. 84. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and tie. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's that right there. Okay, now let's do the notes. Here's A flat, starting at the pickup to 85. 1, 2, 3. Sound familiar, right? Don't forget to hold out that last note correctly. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, you have B flat in 89. And then the next two measures over, you have A flat, B flat again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Whoops. Let me go. It's D flat. And then F. 4, 2. Alright, I'm not going to bow that for you. The bowing's not too bad. Just remember that you change it every time that we plucked. Okay? Cool. Okay, so we're going to jump to the second violin part. And I just wanted to clarify some rhythms here at measure 87 and on. Okay? So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Here's what that part sounds like. Remember that we're in half position, meaning that your first finger goes where your flat first finger would go, and everything lays there, okay? And then we're in pattern 3. So pattern 3 looks like this, half position right here, okay? So here's that part. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's how that part goes. Cool? Alright, moving on to pickup to measure 91. Don't forget to count this part, by the way, the rest that I just skipped. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and is where you come in on the and of 3. So we're going to start counting that measure 90. 1, let me see, get my first note under my fingers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. But it's not an A flat, or it's not an A like I just played. It should be an A flat. So I'm not going to worry too much about the rhythm right here because it's just 1 E and, right? 1 E and on measure 91. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and off. Okay? All right, let's jump to the feature of this part. First violin, 89. We've got what's called syncopation here. Remember, when we're counting syncopation, we're going to count a lot of ands. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that syncopation is when the notes are struck on the ands of the beats. So without further ado, let's clap and count 89. Okay? I'm going to take this 2 measures at a time, 89 and 90. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and that's your rhythm right there, okay? Here's 93. 93 should sound a lot like what we did at 89. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, right? That moves you on to the main part of the melody. Okay, remember notes are in half position, pattern 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 89, get ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Okay? Alright guys, I hope you had a good time learning this part. This last part is going to take a long while. It took me a few minutes. And don't forget that you have all of these A flats and D flats and so forth. Alright? You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.